Hey everybody, Invisible Katana here, and I'm finally back from Awesome Con over the weekend. I finally had the time to sit down and do this video. Like the whole week has been crazy because I've been trying to catch up on sleep as well as really big assignments. So I finally have the time to sit down and do a video. So I wanted to just kind of get right into this one. Obviously, I decided that since I'm doing this, I might as well call these videos like story time now because that's exactly what they are. So to start things off, I will talk about the the plane because when I was coming back, I really thought the plane was crashing. I had two flights, and both times I was like dead tired because I worked on Sunday. I worked from like 7 a.m. all the way through until like 5 or like 4 a.m. the next day. So after I finished work, I went straight to the airport because my flight was at like 6 o'clock. So I didn't get to sleep until I was back on the plane. And I woke up two times on that flight. I woke up once to get food, and then the second time was when we were, when I thought the plane was actually about to crash. So I woke up because it was like, we had some like really serious turbulence, and it's like we're at like a pretty sharp angle. It's like, it wasn't like straight down like we were in a nosedive or anything, but it was like an angle. I'm hearing noises, it's really loud and stuff. I'm shaking like crazy, obviously it shook enough to wake me up. And so I looked to my left, and there's this woman and her daughter. And so the woman has like her eyes covered and stuff, and she's like holding her daughter's hand. It looked like she was freaking out. I looked to my right, and like nothing was happening over there. But I'm still, and this was all in like maybe within like 15 seconds. All this stuff happened. I'm like, okay, we're at like a crazy angle. I was waiting for like the things to drop down and stuff. I looked to the left. It looked like she's freaking out. I looked to the right. Nothing's happening. And then I'm just like, well, if it happens, it happens. I was just like super calm. Like I was like, it's not like a nosedive. I was really oddly thinking like I could pull out of this. So we'll see what you do, Delta. So I'm just like, all right, we're gonna see what happens. And then we hit the ground. Like, oh, we're just landing. It was like another bump, and I was like, oh, we're landing. It was nothing. It was totally fine. And I think the woman was still freaking out. Like maybe she just doesn't like to fly or something like that. Because she was actually holding her daughter's hand and squeezing it and stuff. And that I picked up, but I didn't pick up, like, everyone else on the plane is 100% calm. I just picked up, like, this woman's freaking out. It's about to, it's about to get crazy. But I was just super sleepy and wasn't recognizing anything that was actually happening. I saw, like, one thing compared to, like, every other person. It's just like, oh, everyone else is just like, and I'm just like, I don't know what's about to happen. Maybe that's why I ended up being so calm. Because it was like one person freaked out, but everyone else was obviously aware of what was happening. And I'm just in the middle, like, almost like I'm on drugs or something. Like, oh crap, it's about to happen. But, I was like, we'll see what happens. Because, I didn't think it was like a crazy nosedive or anything. So I thought, well, we'll see what happens. So that was totally fine. The plane did not crash. The second time, this is, on my second flight, I woke up when we were headed down. I'm like, all right, we're about to. I assumed, like, both times, it just really seemed like we were at a crazy angle. It seemed like it was more of an angle than I've ever seen when I've landed in a plane before. So that's why it was really weird to me. But the second time, I was like, all right, let's land. I must have fallen asleep while we were descending because I woke up like, all right, let's get down. And then I was like, I looked and I was like, oh, we're already on the ground. So I think I fell asleep like within maybe 10 seconds of waking up, like, oh, we're headed down, all right, let's do this. And then I fell asleep and woke up like less than a minute later, and we were already on the ground, and I didn't even realize that. So I was really out of it, and I thought the plane was about to like go down because we were at a weird angle. I was just like so tired. But that definitely happened. It was just really weird, and like it was obviously, it was kind of funny at the end. And I was just, we hit a huge bump, and I'm like, oh, we were just landing, like we aren't like still 30,000 feet and all that stuff. It was like we're just, they were going down because we're at the airport now. So I thought that was kind of funny. At the convention, a couple cool things happened. On Sunday, I was able to walk around and get my stuff, so I wanted to show off the random couple of things I got. I got this really cool Star Wars shirt. This actually glows in the dark too. And this, I really gotta move this thing right here. Got this cool Star Wars shirt that glows in the dark. I like it even without glowing in the dark. I just think this is a cool picture because it has like everyone on it pretty much. It has like this guy. Like, who gives a crap about him? He's a villain and not like the Emperor or Darth Vader. But he is important. He's fairly important. He's in there enough. But I got that. Of course, I saw some Back to the Future stuff, which I had to get, so I got myself Out of Time license plate. And I got Doc Brown's time travel kit, which I would do a video where I'm opening this thing up and showing all that off, because it would just make this video way too long if I went through every single thing. But I got those. I got like a Phoenix shirt from my girlfriend. Phoenix from X-Men, for anyone who doesn't know that. Also at the convention, I met Phil Lamarr, which was really awesome, and that was on Sunday as well. Like it was towards the end of the day, where I don't think there was anyone else at the booth. Like we were at the booth. I was working at AwesomeCon. I don't know if I mentioned that. That's the only reason I'm typically at conventions now, is because I'm working them. I'm also going to be going to Anime Next, which is unfortunately next weekend. Which I kind of found this out yesterday, because things are just really crazy with us and our work schedules. But I'm going to be going off to another convention, so things are getting really weird, and school stuff and dumb summer classes. But I met Phil Lamarr at the end of the day. Phil Lamarr, for anyone who does not know, there are two really big things I think I could mention. He used to be in Mad TV when that was on. He was like the hyperactive UPS driver that they had in tons of different skits. That was one of their ongoing skits. But as far as voice acting, I think the most memorable thing I could just randomly throw out that everyone will get is he was Samurai Jack. So Samurai Jack was randomly walked up to the booth, and it was really cool. Like I saw him. Like I said, there was like nobody there. I saw him, and I was just like, "Hey!" The first thing I said was like, "Hi, I'm a huge fan," and it was just funny. Like I say hi to everyone, because working at the booth, it's like if you need anything, hey, just let me know and stuff like that. But as soon as someone was like, "Hi," it was like, "I'm a huge fan." It was the first thing I said to him. But that was just really cool to me. It was super random. It's always cool, even when you wait in line and all that stuff. It's still fun, but knowing that I wouldn't have, I never would have had that chance. For anyone that I knew, like an actor, to come up to the booth randomly, it's always really, really cool. Like running into anyone, even if it's at a con, if it's randomly, because that happened to me before at YomaCon last year. I ran into Ian Sinclair, who's Space Dandy, and he was in the dealer's room, and kind of the same thing. I wasn't working at that. That's the one I attend to just hang out and stuff. But I ran into him there, so it was really cool. Like Phil Lamarr came in, he was buying like bowler hats for his son. Unfortunately, they didn't fit. They were a little too big, so he didn't get anything. But it was just really cool. It was like I met Phil Lamarr. I really like him as a voice actor. I loved him on like Mad TV, and I feel like it's kind of funny, because I know him so much from Mad TV that when I found out that he was on that voice acting, that's honestly when I actually learned his name. I feel like it was, which is really weird. Like I knew him from Mad TV for years, and I never really learned anyone's name when they were on that show. Plus, I was also really, really young, so at that time, I don't think I really even gave a crap or appreciated, the people that were doing the work. But now I do. I'm older. I, really understand. Like it's, without these people, we wouldn't have, this stuff. So it was just really cool to meet him, and I shook his hand and stuff, and that was just really awesome. And like all of Sunday, I was just randomly like laughing and stuff when I think about it. Like I met Phil Lamarr. It would just randomly make me smile, because it was out of nowhere. It was just like, Phil Lamarr is there. And he was one of the people I heard. Like, there were some people who would have, like, stuff autographed. So it was like, oh, like, Phil Lamarr is here, because someone had a picture of Samurai Jack. The devil from Supernatural. I can't think of his name right now. I want to say it's Mark Pellegrino, but I believe that's actually wrong. I always thought that was his name. I'm pretty sure that's it. So he was there. Unfortunately, he didn't come by the booth. I knew William Shatner was there. I knew that Kevin Eastman, who does Ninja Turtles, he was there. So it was just cool. They were like, I knew all those people from stuff that they did, and it was like, I would love to actually meet all of these people, because I like the stuff that they do. But I got to meet one of them, and it was totally random, so I definitely love that. And it was just like, even now I think about it, and that was on Sunday. Right now it's Thursday, and even though I think about that, and I just start laughing, like, I met Phil Lamarr. It kind of like puts me on cloud nine, like super randomly. Is like a little bit starstruck, because I've just known his work for so long. Like going from Mad TV to Samurai Jack, and he was in like Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. He was Jarvis in that. He was in. I'm pretty sure he was in Metal Gear Solid 4. I can't remember which character, because it's been forever since I played that. But he's been in a ton of stuff, and it was just really cool to meet him. So I definitely loved that. the rest of the weekend was just crazy work stuff, just late hours. It wasn't as bad as it normally is until like the final night where we were working through, and then I had to shoot straight to the airport. And I was really worried I was gonna miss the plane because it said boarding was at like 5:20, and I didn't get to the terminal until like 5:17. But fortunately, it was a little it was a little late with the boarding, so I was totally fine with that. I was sweating and stuff because I was running to the terminal, so I stunk from working the entire time, and I did hate that because I'm really OCD about being clean. But it was a busy weekend. I did get to meet Phil Lamarr. I got my nerdy stuff, so glad I got this. I don't know where the heck I'm gonna end up putting this. It'll be somewhere probably next to my DeLoreans or maybe on the wall. I'd have to tape it to the wall because I can't exactly drill it in, and I wouldn't want to because I feel like it would just look weird to drill in a license plate. But I'm gonna do a video, like I said, on this. I'll probably won't get to that until like much later tonight, so it won't end up being uploaded until midnight or 1 a.m. or something like that because I won't be able to do it till I get to work and finish work and then do it later. But thanks for checking this out. If you guys have any comments, please put them down in the comment section below. If you randomly came across this and you were at AwesomeCon, definitely let me know what you guys thought about the convention. It was a comic book convention. The one I'm going to, Anime Next, is of course an anime convention, which I'm really excited for because I like anime. So I'm more into the anime side of things. Like I love comic books and stuff. There just aren't exactly a bunch of websites where you can illegally watch or read comic books, so it's a little harder for me to get into them because I don't have a ton of money to, buy comic books all the time. I know and love a lot of the characters. I know backstories here and there because of certain cartoons, like, thank you Batman and Spider-Man, like the old 90s cartoons. I know a bunch about both those characters because of all that stuff, and like the X-Men stuff because they would choose giant storylines to play out. So that's really the only reason I know is from like the cartoons and some of the movies. But with anime, it's like I just love seeing all the cosplays. Saw some great cosplays. Saw some amazing Ninja Turtles ones at AwesomeCon. There was one guy who was Michelangelo, like from the live action movies, which is really cool. And then one guy was Raphael from the comics, and his was amazing. He had like it just looked like it was straight out of the comics. It was just incredibly well done. So that was really cool. But I'm excited to go to Anime Next and see some cool anime cosplays and stuff like that. I feel like at anime conventions there are more people in cosplay than there are at comic book conventions because it's sort of a ratio thing. Like at comic book conventions, they're so huge and it's so varied. It's like a lot of people aren't exactly gonna go and cosplay. I feel like people who watch anime do cosplay more than people who like read comics and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of why I enjoy anime conventions a little bit more because you get to see more cosplays. So I'm excited for that. Like I said, thanks for watching. If you guys have any comments, please just comment below. Let me know. So thanks.